What's up, guys? It's Wally. Today we're going to be doing some more battles with Brambleghast. Now, if you guys ended up seeing Worlds this weekend, then you guys definitely saw Emilio Forbes hit top 16 with the Brambleghast on his team. And if you guys ended up missing Worlds, then I implore you to go back onto Pokemon's YouTube channel, to go back and watch the VOD, to not just show what a great Pokemon that Brambleghast is, but also show what a great player Emilio is, as well as all the other players that ended up participating this weekend. But looking back on how well his Brambleghast did in the tournament, made me think about my Brambleghast as well, and how much I really kind of miss playing with it. In fact, that's kind of the reason why we ended up kind of bringing it back this weekend and doing some battles. But it also made me think about how different his and mine are. I mean, looking at his was obviously it's a grass and ghost type, but his was the Ghost Terror, which is really nice to be able to get that 2x stab on the ghost moves. But he had Shadow Sneak, and instead of Phantom Force, he ended up having Terra Blast, which is really nice because even though Phantom Force does have an extra 10 in its base power, it is a 2-turn move, which means that if there's a Pokemon that is going to be threatened by that Phantom Force, the other person could end up swapping that Pokemon out and swapping in a Pokemon that is either going to resist it or even potentially be immune to it. So having the Ghost Terra Blast instead of the Phantom Force, I think is actually a really good move. And then, of course, instead of Seed Bomb, he had Power Whip, which does end up having like 50% more in its power. However, it does have only, I believe, I think it's 85% in its accuracy. So me being the unlucky person that I am, although I know a lot of us do feel that way when we're playing Pokemon, I am a little worried about ending up missing that move, especially on something like an Urshifu. So having Seed Bomb I thought was really nice because I thought, having that 100% accuracy would kind of make it so that we wouldn't be missing really important moves in really important times. So that's why Seed Bomb, but looking at Power Whip, that thing definitely has a lot more power and I think it might actually be better. And then the other difference that we had was also the Protect. So instead of Protect, he ended up having Strength Zap. And honestly, not having Protect on Brambleghast actually isn't necessarily the worst thing because, for the most part, you are going to be seeing a lot of Urshifu, and that's going to be able to hit through Protect anyways. And the main thing that you're kind of trying to stop there in that instance with Urshifu is to kind of stop a Sucker Punch from either it, if it's the single strike, or ending up stopping a Sucker Punch from something like a Chien Pao. So having Protect kind of protects you from that. But Strength Zap, that's another status move, and it's not an attacking move. So that would stop the Sucker Punch as well. But not just that, but Strength Zap is a really awesome move because it ends up lowering the opponent's attack by one stage, but it also allows Brambleghast to heal back the same amount as the attack stat of that Pokemon. So not only are you able to heal up, and especially with the Focus Sash, it is always nice to be able to heal all the way back up to full health, even though the Focus Sash is kind of gone at that point, but it's still really nice to be able to get back up to full health, but you're also lowering the opponent's attack by one stage. So even though the Protect is really great against other Pokemon that can hit through the Protect, having something like Strength Zap can not just benefit Brambleghast, but also benefit the whole team as well. So that's why I think that Emilio's Brambleghast was actually really incredible and probably a little better than this one right here. However, I do love my Brambleghast, and that's why I wanted to throw it on this team and see if we can get some more wins with it. So we'll get into the battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't yet, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. Now, this looks kind of like a little bit of a scary team. So what do you say we go Tornadus and... I'll be honest with you, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm thinking about going Tornadus as well as Farigiraf. Good thing about that is it stops any kind of priority, so that might stop a Sucker Punch, Extreme Speed. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're going to go Tornadus and Chi-Yu. We're going to have Brambleghast. Yeah, even though that would stop the priority and stuff, they're not going to start Chien Pao and Dragonite. They're not going to start it. I have faith in that. So we're going to go Iron Hands as well. What I'm expecting here is that they're going to still start with potentially Cresselia? Maybe like Cresselia and Urshi, or Cresselia and Fluttermane. That way we would have something to be able to... obviously do some good work over into Cresselia and potentially stop a Trick Room. Assuming that's what they're going to go with, seeing that we have the Tailwind option. However, if they thought we were bringing out Farigiraf, Ooh, it is Cresselia and Garganical. That is a little rough, let's be honest here. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to Taunt, and we're also going to Dark Pulse. They may Terrastalize and... Perfect! Alright, good start. Appreciate that. Now, are they Mental Herb? They are not. That's awesome. We knock out Cresselia anyway, so that's perfect. We might... Oh, no, we do kind of need to put up a Tailwind, though. I was going to say, doing a Taunt down there into Garganical actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, the Rapid Strike. Oh, you betcha. Who else? Alright, so let's go with the Tailwind here. We would end up losing Chi-Yu, though, and that would be a little rough. That's okay. That happens. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, that's perfect. We get our Tailwind up here. We can get a Taunt on the next one then for sure. Can we get a Flinch? Huh? No. It's worth a shot though, you know? Wow, it does so much. Hi, lefties. Let's Taunt. Problem is, Dark Pulse ain't going to do too much into Urshi. However, again, we could potentially get a Flinch. And honestly, that might be worth it. Because again, I would assume they would Protect over there. Or they're going to Terrastalize. Never mind. Okay. Oh, you're probably going to be Water. Yeah, that's alright. That's what we have Brambleghast in the back for. That thing's going to be phenomenal, especially into both of these guys. Good, we get the Taunt, that's good. That means they won't get a Recover unless they go for a Salt Cure. That's fine, we survive. Just barely, though. The Dark Pulse, that is now a neutral move. Awesome. Okay, nice. We do lose Chi-Yu, though, unfortunately. Now, question is, what is Garganical going to do? No Recover, my friend. Let's go. Best part is, too, because we knocked out Urshifu, and we also knocked out Cresselia, they can't swap out to get rid of the Taunt. So, I mean, shoot, they can't really do anything to protect themselves here. So we got Brambleghast. We do get the +1. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is such a difficult call. Actually, no, it's not. You know why it's not a difficult call? Good, you're going to be Special Attack? No, you're going to be... Ooh, you're going to be Speed. It's alright, we're still faster with Bramble, though. The good thing, though, we do have Tailwind for 2 more. We can end up going with the Bleak Wind now. And we also get the Seed Bomb over there, too. And that should knock out in 1. Man, perfect. Yeah, question is, do we hit over there? And even if we do hit over there, is it really going to do much? We don't, but that's okay, because we get the Seed Bomb. Nice, and still enough to knock out, and that's perfect. Beautiful. And now all we have to deal with is them. And best part is... And honestly, this is where, like, the Ghost Terra and the Terra Blast would actually really come in handy. Oh, let's go Phantom Force. That way they can't protect anymore. And honestly, we probably could have ended up knocking them out with a Shadow Sneak. But the good thing here is if they don't end up knocking out... Perfect. We can get another Tailwind and we'll end up being +2. And this is going to be such overkill. But totally worth it. Get our Tailwind up again. Now, I will say, if we didn't put our Tailwind up, That's fine. I was going to say, even if we didn't put our Tailwind up, we would still be safe because they would still be faster. So they would have tried to go Shadow Ball again, probably into Torn that time though. But we still would have been safe with Bramble, and we still would have been full health. So there we go. Bramble Strength. Good game. Now this is an interesting team. I mean, you got my second favorite Pokemon of all time, Greninja, and you even have Toxicroak, which, despite the fact that it does look like a frog and it is blue, is not a water type, which is something I really need to get over. So we got Tornadus out there first, and honestly, I think Iron Hands is probably going to be the play. And then we'll Brambleghast in the back along with... Honestly, I think it's going to have to be Chi-Yu. I'm okay with that. I mean, it did some work in that last game. Definitely helped out quite a bit. So I'm sure that'll be the same thing here. Now, are they going to lead Tornadus? The fact that they have Greninja in their picture leads me to believe they might lead Greninja as well. But they do. I love that shiny, man. That is such a top tier shiny. That is effing amazing. Alright, so let's go with their Tailwind. Now, do I want to get rid of Greninja, or do I just want to get rid of... I mean, honestly, I can fake out, but... No. That sounds boring. Do I want to call... No, I'm not going to call that. You know what, we're going to do a Thunder Punch up into Torn. Let's take out their Tailwind Setter. Perfect. Okay. That's good. We weren't going to knock them out anyways, so we made the right call then. Rain Dance, though. Ooh, wow! Dude, totally withstood that. That is really fair. See, they went Rain Dance. Let's go for a taunt so they can't get a Tailwind. I shouldn't, but I'm going to Drain Punch over there. It's good. We should be able to go... Oh, no. Greninja's actually really fast, and we are not. Ah, they're Mental Herb anyways. That's fair. So that Covert Cloak wasn't going to... Or the worry for that Covert Cloak wasn't there. That's fine. Surf. We survive pretty handily, too. They do not. However, we do get this Drain Punch. We heal back up. And Greninja is gone. Love to see that. I shouldn't say that. Again, I love Greninja, but... And again, I love that shiny, too. It's pretty dope. But oh well. Now who you got? Of course. And... Yeah, son of a gun. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, that's okay, though. Okay, I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm going to go Chi-Yu here. And, I can't Terastallize, unfortunately. I do that and I'm a Thunder Punch over there. I only say that because I feel like they're a bigger threat than Fluttermane. And I know that sounds ridiculous. That's fine. I know we're going to make ourselves weaker to a Moonblast here, but it's not a 2x stab. So we definitely survived that. Special attack fell. That is unfortunate. There we go. Okay. That's fine. That Heat Wave ain't going to do much, though. That's the downside. have one more for Tailwind. Let's try with that. Yeah. We'll be all right here. It's gonna be a Fairy Terror, ain't it? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so you remember that worry that I didn't have for Fluttermane before? Yeah, I have it now. I should have just taken it out when I had the chance. That Heavy Slam would have been more than enough. That's fine. You can only knock out one. You can only knock out one. Maybe. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, that's fine. We just need to get a little damage over on Flutter. Come on, just give me at least like a third to a half. Okay, that's good. That's what I needed, honestly. Yeah, we lost our Tailwind. Let's go Tornadus. Okay. I'm going to Protect on this one. And we're going to go Tailwind again. Actually, you know, there's one downside here. If they go Ice Shard, they knock out. Wow! I thought they were going to do that up into Torn. Okay, we get bailed out there. Let's go. I appreciate that a lot. Holy cow. Perfect. Yeah, we lose them, but now their Tailwind is gone. And so that allows us to have the speed on them now. Rain stopped. Their Tailwind's gone, but we still have ours, baby. We still have ours. Okay. Wind Rider, there's our +1. Let's go for the Heat Wave. Okay, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I am extremely worried about a Sucker Punch on Brambleghast on this one, despite the fact that I figured they would probably end up trying to take out Chi-Yu. Even though either way, though, we're going to Terrastallize into Dark so that they're not a big worry anymore. And we're going to go Phantom Force because we know we're going to knock out with a +1, you know? So we do end up resisting then a Sucker Punch. Ice will then be neutral, and Sacred Sword would be super effective. But that's okay. I think we're going to be alright here regardless. Beautiful. I appreciate that. Alright! Oh, that is perfect. That is something we love to see. Nice. Nice. Okay, now if I didn't think... Yeah, it's smarter to protect here. It is smarter to protect here. That way we're definitely going to have 2 Pokemon, you know? And then it'll be 2 against 1. Ice Shard ain't going to do anything. Which is perfect, because that means we still have our Sash intact then. I think as long as we knock out here, I think we have game now. And the best part is, with our Shadow Sneak, dude, we out-prioritize Ice Shard because we do have our Tailwind up. So that's perfect. And I'm not even going to worry about that. We're just going to go for a Seed Bomb then. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Again, Bramble just really kind of coming in the clutch there. We didn't even really need that Terra at the end, but honestly, it was safer just in case they were going to go Sucker Punch, or in case they were going to go Ice Shard over there. So, feel really good about that one. Let's go. Good game. It looks like we're going to be seeing some Tailwind here again, too. So I would imagine, well, actually, I shouldn't assume. Yeah, I shouldn't assume that they're going to end up starting with Tornadus and one of the other Mons, because unfortunately a lot of them have been Pow and D-Knight too. So let's go Tornadus in hands with Brambleghast. And honestly, probably Chi-Yu, only because of Rillaboom over there. That might be a little worried, because I know they do sometimes carry knockoffs, so that will be a good way for him to hit Brambleghast, and then we just have a dark move, a ghost move to go back into it, but unfortunately that would be neutral as opposed to their super effective knockoff into Brambleghast. And then, of course, the Wood Hammer would just absolutely decimate Azumarill. Ooh, okay. Okay. You're going to try to take me out, aren't you, buddy? You're going to try to take me out. Let's go with our Tailwind here. I'm going to go out on a limb and actually go for the Drain Punch over there. If they Terrestrialize into Ghost, then that's just on me, I guess. But that's fine. They're going to Terrestrialize into Ghost. Son of a gun. Should have just went for the Thunder Punch. Never mind, it is Fire. So, no super effective, but it will be neutral. I'm a little worried about this Heat Wave now, but yeah, it's not like we could have protected or anything, so we just had to deal with it. Uh-oh. 252, Terrifier. Yeah, still enough to knock out Iron Hands. Fair enough. Well, now they're -2, and we lost probably our best Pokemon in the game. It's alright. That's where Chi-Yu's gonna come in here. So now they are Fire, which means that they are no longer resistant to Dark. Which means we can go for a Bleak Wind Storm, and we can go for a Dark Pulse over there to KO. Assuming they don't knock out or protect, but I would assume that was a spec. So they may actually swap out then. But now they're thinking about, okay, this works then. This works. We just need to hit this, and then the Dark Pulse should knock out. Bleak Windstorm is one of the worst moves. Yeah, and that's tough because I think the Bleak Wind would have gotten it down far enough too. And now they get their Overheat, and we say goodbye to our Tornadus. And it's unfortunate how... And that's so ridiculous. Now they're at -4. Dude, that -2 still knocking out Tornadus, but that 2x stab definitely makes a huge, huge difference there. Fine. Got Bramble. And despite what some people may think, I still think we have a chance here. I still think we have a chance here. I'm going to swap out over there, though, aren't I? I'm actually going to go for a Seed Bomb over there. And we're also going to go for the Heat Wave. It's perfect. Who's coming in, though? No matter what, they're taking a really... Oh, this is fine. They get knocked out. Dunzo. Goodbye. So long, friend. And I don't care if you're boosted in speed or special attack. That's not going to make a difference here in a second. So long. Seed Bomb, especially on the terrain. Ooh, okay. Still survived, but man, you are not going to survive that Heat Wave. Let's go. And again, now that they ended up taking the Dark typing away from Chi-Yu, they are back to actually neutral for the Ghost moves. And in fact, because we do have the speed as well... let's see who they send out, though. That's the question. D-Knight! Let's go. Okay. And they already Terra. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Is we're going to go with the Phantom Force over there. And... think we're... Oh, man, I feel like I should protect. But I'm not going to waste this. We're going to go for a Dark Pulse up there. Get the Phantom Force. We go away from whatever the heck they're going to do. Get the Dark Pulse. Maybe we can get a flinch. We get them down pretty low. Nice. They miss on the Dark Pulse because Bramble is gone. Ah, I should have terastallized. Chi-Yu still hangs in there, though. I appreciate that. Alright, Tailwind's gone, which is unfortunate. But Brambleghast should, because we are still +1. They are no longer neutral, or they are no longer resistant to Ghost. So I think we should be fine, and I'm actually going to go for a Protect. And depending on... And actually, this is going to tell me a lot about our speed, too. Because depending on who goes first here is obviously going to have the speed because Tailwind's gone. Not Chi-Yu because it's protected, you know. Then... Oh, we did go first! But we knock out, that's beautiful. Now, do they go Stomping Tantrum or do they do something over into Bramble? Either way, doesn't really matter because we have the speed. And not just that, but... Let's go. But we also have Sash. So I think we're good to go here. Brambleghast just continuing to be the GOAT. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go. Honestly, I'm going to go for a Phantom Force again. And let's go for a Dark Pulse. Could have terastallized into Ghost, but that's okay. No, we're going to win this game without Terra. And then my guess is on the next turn, he's probably going to go for the Ice Spinner, isn't he? But I don't think it's going to matter because I think we actually KO. You bet we do. And Bramble at +1 just takes out so many things. And thankfully, again, Chi-Yu ended up terastallizing into Fire, which is really bad for our first two Mons. But with that, they took away their resistance to Ghost. So that Phantom Force, whew, that would have been ridiculous. And if I would have gone Emilio's route and went with the Ghost Terra and had that 2x stab on a Terra Blast, yeah, that thing probably would have been gone with a lot more HP too. So, man, either way though, really glad that the Phantom Force really kind of took care of both of them though. Really good game. So don't call it Bramble Goat for no reason. And it just shows that Emilio made a really good decision in bringing Brambleghast. But again, if you guys, especially if you guys didn't go see World, definitely go back and rewatch the VOD, and especially the ones with Emilio because he played extremely, extremely well, and especially with the Brambleghast too. So you guys definitely go check that out. But again, you see how great Brambleghast is here. A lot of people forget about Wind Rider and what moves actually proc that. But not just that, but Brambleghast is still pretty strong. And having something like Focus Sash allows you to stay out there for at least one turn unless they double target you and they're both faster. But for the most part, Brambleghast is going to get at least one turn, and especially at +1, the Phantom Force, the Seed Bomb, and even the Shadow Sneak, especially on a Pokemon like Fluttermane, it's going to do a ton of damage, and it's going to set you up for potential, I guess, success, you know, later on in the game. But you even saw in those last couple games too, dude, Brambleghast was out there at the end just KOing things to give us the win, and you know, again, just shows the strength of it and the underutilization of it in Regulation D. I'm glad that it's really kind of upped its usage in Regulation D, and again, glad that Emilio brought it to Worlds and really served it well and did a really, really great job. But again, just shows that more people should be using it. Again, once we get into Regulation E, it might be a little more difficult to use it depending on the Pokemon that are out there, especially if Incineroar does kind of return, because that Fire and Dark against this Grass and Ghost just would not be a good matchup. But still, with Regulation E around the corner, until we know the move, until we know the rule sets, we'll see if Bramble is actually going to work in Reg E too. But for now, we definitely want to savor Brambleghast and how incredible it is in Reg D before we move on to the next rule set. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.